Hey guys, it's Bella and welcome to my channel. So for today's video I have my May monthly plan with me, which I do apologize for this going up really late. I did actually end up filming this, I think it was last Thursday, mainly because, I don't know, this month was very quiet until the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I think I say this all the time, but I'm going to try and film the next month, sort of mid-month if possible, but I don't know, I feel like a lot of the times in my planner, like especially with my monthly spreads, not a lot happens, and so I don't really get around to filming it until the end of the month, so then I actually have enough to sort of put in my planner, if that even makes sense. But yes, so I'm using this kit from Caress Press. This is the May monthly in the same art as, I think it was the February mystery, I think February or March, which is artwork from Kitnish Girl Jess. What is it? Plan B, I think, because it's sort of like a planning, like work from home, kind of like closet kind of thing, and it's got like some bee elements to it, like the honeycomb print, and there's also like the Naked Honey palette and things like that in there as well. So yeah, as always, I'm just putting my top strips down and struggling to sort of cut the stickers because I am using the Penny Pages A5 wide coiled, and so obviously these kits are intended, well, they were made originally for the Älvdalen planner, but obviously they work in any sort of A5 planner for the most part. So yeah, I do just have to trim them a little bit because they do sort of overhang on this spread. But yeah, I was struggling with this, and I do end up turning the camera off to just fix this off camera. I think it's just to do with the type of paper, because I do get these kits in premium matte, and it is sort of a thicker premium matte, because I have tried my slice tool with some other kits recently and I didn't have any issues, so I don't think it's the slice tool that is blunt, which is what I had originally thought. So yeah, I don't know what I was doing with the camera there, trying to like zoom in and out. I do apologize if I do like zoom in and out at any time in this spread. I don't have like the best camera, and so I don't have like a little screen or anything, or even like a way to connect it to my computer to see what I'm doing, so it does make it hard sometimes when I do film. So if I'm out of frame or I do anything funky with like the zoom or whatnot, that is why. Also, if you hear any background noise, I do have my heater on because it's really cold, or at least cold to my standards. So yeah, so yeah, I'm just putting the rest of the base down, and I did also put in the deco sidebar. I do always like to pick up the deco sidebar with this kit. Obviously you can get a functional sidebar if that works for you, and I don't always get the girl sidebar. Sometimes I just get the sort of backgrounds, because I don't always like the fashion girls. So yeah, now that the base is actually down, I'm going to start off by putting in my bills and also any holidays or whatnot. So yeah, here I'm just erasing the days that I had some bills, which I do like to sort of write my bills onto the stickers beforehand, and then it just makes it easier, which I kind of messed up at this point because I think I forgot one, and then I had to like, yeah, I think I forgot one, and then like I kind of ruined the spread of colors or whatnot. But anyways, so I marked in Mother's Day on the 9th, and then I did also mark in some of my bills on that side of the page, so my Viki subscription, my charity donation, and also my iCloud, because those were all sort of due towards the end of the month. And then on this side of the page I have my Etsy bill, which was at the beginning of the month, which was mainly just for renewing some listings, which I'm hoping to eventually move off Etsy, but I don't know, it's kind of a big task, and my shop is kind of like, not dead, but just quiet. So yeah, I don't know. And also like I'm kind of focused on some other things at the moment, like you know, finding a job and kind of dealing with that side of thing as well, and just other aspects in my life. So my Etsy has sort of been put on the back burner a little bit, but I'm trying to sort of get back into it. But yeah, and then I also had my Apple Music, my phone bill, and my health insurance due, and then I did also just add in my paydays, which are just my unemployment payments at the moment, which again, I am, you know, trying my hardest to get off of that, because obviously I don't want to be on that forever. It was sort of just a temporary thing to sort of help me during the pandemic to sort of like, you know, get some things done that I couldn't get done without money, and also, you know, yeah. Anyways, helping me to find a job because I was struggling to do that by myself. But yes, So starting off on the actual spread, the first thing I marked in was my driving lesson. So that car icon is from the sticker party, and I did also receive mail from Dashing Diva. I did order some of the magic press, and I did try both of these sets that I bought, and I have worked out sort of which style I like. I think I like the square shape more than the oval, although I did really like the oval. It was just, I think I picked one that was a bit too long, but the square sort of fit my nail a bit better just because I do have square nails and my nail shape is always usually like a square round. So yeah, I did really like the nails, and I sort of worked out how best to use them, how best to apply them, what not to do, that kind of thing. So I am actually going to test out the gel strips. I did recently place an order for the gel strips, and they're supposed to be coming in next week. So I will be trying out those in the near future, and then sort of deciding, you know, if I want to purchase more, and if so, like which style, you know, the press-ons or the sort of nail wrap stickers. But yeah, because I'm trying to just not get my nails done. Firstly, because it does cost a lot, because I would normally get S&S, which is like $50 a set, which, to be fair, I do only go once a month to get them done, but it's still quite an expense. And also I have vitiligo on my hands, and I'm trying to see if by not exposing my hands to like acetone and things like that, if it kind of stops it from progressing, because I noticed that over the past sort of, you know, few years it's kind of gotten worse when it shouldn't really be getting worse. So yeah, obviously other factors come into play, like my stress levels and, you know, all that kind of sort of thing, but I've noticed that if I, you know, injure myself or sort of expose myself to any sort of like, you know, chemicals, which acetone is a chemical, it can make it worse. So yeah, that's kind of a long spiel about that. I marked in receiving some mail from Booktopia, because I did place an order for my mum. Again, marking in my driving lessons, which I marked those in on my monthlies, because I actually refer to my monthlies more so than my weeklies, because I do backplan my weeklies. So yeah, my monthly is sort of like my first port of call for any appointments or yeah, any sort of upcoming events or anything like that. So that's why I mark my driving in every week, even though it tends to be, you know, the same days each week and similar times each week. So yeah, and then I also just marked in my Pilates membership, which is a recurring sort of payment. It does come out once a week, which I'm possibly thinking of stopping Pilates in the next couple of months once I hit my like 100 classes, just because it is a little bit expensive, and maybe getting a gym membership instead, because there are some sort of cheaper options in terms of gym memberships. But yeah, so I just wanted to mark that in because that is a recurring payment. I did also mark in going out for brunch for Mother's Day. I marked in some K-pop comebacks, because I do like to mark this also in my monthly spreads, so I know what's releasing when, and, you know, to sort of keep up with that, so I know when to, you know, pop onto Spotify, pop onto Apple Music, pop onto YouTube and watch, you know, the music videos and whatnot. And I do also, you know, have a Tumblr where I post a lot of K-pop content. Well, I don't post, I reblog K-pop content. But yeah, I also marked in that my dad went to Adelaide for a few days, which was very exciting for him. So yeah, that was nice for him to be able to get away, both him and his girlfriend. They went together, and both of them are partially vaccinated, so it was okay for them to go. And yeah. And then I received some mail from Hello Petite Paper, so that was fun. I got a bunch of these like really cute doodle stickers, so I did use the sort of like mail icon one for that. And then what else did I mark in? Again, just some K-pop comebacks and driving. And then I did also receive an order from Yes Style, which I had never purchased from Yes Style before. And I do want to place another order for like clothes and maybe some other items. Like they do have like, you know, stickers and like stationery and some like tech accessories and whatnot, like phone cases and stuff. So yeah, but I actually had placed an order for some masks, just because I only had a few masks that I had purchased in from when I had purchased them in February during our first mask mandate, which we did have a mask mandate, I think, for the first 2 weeks of May. So by that point, it had already sort of finished, but it's still good to have just in case, because you never know when we will be in a situation like that again. You know, it's always possible, unfortunately. And yeah, also in the case when I can eventually travel once I am vaccinated and, you know, it's all safe to do so, I have my masks for that. So yeah, and also even just for the, you know, sort of winter months with the cold and flu season sort of coming up. But yeah, again, just marking in the usual sort of K-pop comebacks and whatnot. I don't really think I marked anything too exciting. And also I marked in the moon phases as well, because I do like to put those in my planner. So yeah, and then moving on to the other side of the spread, I am marking in some mail from Planners Anonymous, which was super exciting. I did try out a weekly kit from their shop, which is really cool, because I do want to try out their subscription, but I feel like there's a lot of things that I wouldn't use. But then with their sticker subscription, it's like, it doesn't come with things like bottom washi or that kind of things. Like, it's not like your typical weekly kit in a sense. Their like sticker subscription has a lot of, again, like journaling, scrapbooking kind of elements that I don't know if I would be able to use in my planner the way that I plan. So yeah, it was nice to try out a kit from them, and I will definitely be checking out Planners Anonymous again, because I do really like their design. So yeah, I did also start a new book finally. So I started reading the third Percy Jackson book, just because I needed something light to read. I don't know, because the previous month I had finished Concrete Rose, which is the prequel to The Hate U Give, and then at the beginning of the year I had finished reading Illuminate. I think that's how you say it. It's like a sci-fi kind of space kind of book, but yeah, it's like a trilogy, and they're like massive books. So yeah, I just wanted a light read, which I haven't really been doing a great job with my reading recently. I just kind of, I don't know, I've not really been into it, but nothing to do with the book, just to do with me. But I did get that on my Kindle, and I'm hoping to sort of maybe buy some more books on Kindle. I am looking at Samantha Plans and Reads, her Instagram, because she's a librarian, and she does put like sort of her book recommendations, and she does like sort of mini reviews and stuff as well. So I do like to go onto her Instagram from time to time to see kind of like the book she recommends and that kind of stuff, because I don't really keep up with book releases and, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, I also marked in that I had to record a video interview for a graduate program, and then I also marked in doing a phone interview for another job. So yeah, it's been a busy month for that kind of thing. It kind of all started it all kind of happened at once, which is a bit overwhelming. But yeah, I also received some more mail. So I received my box from my US, which is my forwarding from America, and I did also receive the second part of my Booktopia order. And then I marked in Season 2 of Rhythm Hive, which is a rhythm game, like mobile app kind of thing that has K-pop songs on it. Yeah, which I was very excited about Season 2, and I don't know, again, I haven't really been playing it as much as I would like to, partly because it just kills my battery, but also because I don't know, I haven't had the time and the energy to really play it. So I'm kind of just logging on here and there, because I do have like login rewards, like a sort of, yeah, that kind of thing. So yeah, I also marked in Imitation, which is a K-drama, although I actually ended up putting that on the wrong day, because it technically should have been the week before, but yeah, it was just a new K-drama that was starting, so I was very excited about that. I also marked in Made in Canada, which I didn't end up making any purchases for that sale, but I am keeping an eye out for their sort of summer edition, and maybe I will place some orders with that sale. My dad also had his gallbladder surgery, which that was interesting, but yeah, he's all good now, which is great. He had been waiting a while for that, so it was good that it's finally over and done with, and it ended up being a week earlier than it was supposed to. I also had a podiatrist appointment, a hair appointment, and yeah, and then I did also end up adding some things into the spread after filming, because I did, like I said, film this on Thursday the 20th, and then I did receive a bunch of mail on the 21st, and obviously some other things have come up in the past few days as well. So yeah, that is my finished spread. So here's what I have left in the kit, which as usual is mainly just some icons and some labels and the sort of holidays for the most part, because a lot of the times the holidays on here are very US centric, and there is also like a my birthday sticker, which my birthday's at the beginning of the year, so I can't really use that. There was a Ramadan ends sticker, which I did want to put in my spread, but by the time I got to it, I realized that I had already sort of filled out that day, and I just didn't have the room for it, unfortunately. But yeah, so that is it for this spread, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!
We're going through phases. I wish I could stay, but the seasons are changing. I'm gone. Can't nobody love you like